That's it. Think about your balance and the rhythm of the walk. Have you been walking for a little bit now?
Yeah, we did a little bit of trotting.
Did you trot at all? Okay. Good. That's it. Stay tall with your shoulders. Watch that you don't start to tighten upper body and pull them down with your reins. You have to think of the rhythm and the balance and catching him to your reins in the rhythm of the walk. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Be careful you don't let his walk get so big that he braces his neck and falls out of balance, right? That's it. And just softly supple a little more right rein when he steps on the right front leg. Now, and just softly support your right leg to that wiggle. So you time it together. Good. Good. All right, let's do a change of direction and just pick up off the left to start. We'll start on his easier side to warm up. Think about the bending and the balance as you turn to the left. So that you have your left leg bending him there and your right ring connecting him. Good. There you go. Keeping his shape and his balance, but he doesn't lose his balance too forward over his front shoulders, right? Good. Right rein. That's it. Okay, go ahead up to your trot. Make him a little bit rounder in the trot. We're going to use our circles in the corners, okay? Good. Your shoulders a little bit back, your elbows bent. And when you sit and close your leg, you want to feel like you create the push from behind, but you also catch it to the outside rein a little bit. And then you shape them to the inside rein to flex. A little more left leg so he's not leaning in like you're driving a motorcycle. That's it. He's got to bend around that left leg enough that when you circle, he's not falling into your leg. His rib cage has to be bent around it, and then your right rein has to catch it. So you got to create enough energy that you feel the push, right? Good. And he had the day off yesterday, right? So you might need a little extra warm up. So straight ahead, and in your straight line, think about your balance, your shoulders relax, even a little outside leg, okay? That he goes to both reins, and then you can shape them to your reins from your leg. And circle in the corner again. Try to, now when he comes down, you have to shorten your reins a little bit so he stays just being shaped through your fingers and not have to do too much with your arms. Yep, and try to connect. Every time you sit and close your leg, you give a little squeeze. Squeeze, squeeze. With your fingers. Good. To try to get him, to reach for the connection in between. Good. Your shoulders not tipping towards your hands. Not too tight in your upper body, right? But you catch it, but you connect it, and your elbows have a little bend in them. Good. And a circle again in the corner, and think about bending him off your inside leg a little bit more, and catching him through the outside rein and outside leg. Circle in the corner. Good. Turn your waist, right? Think of your steering coming from your middle of your position, and make him bend off the left leg. Yeah. He looks a little lazy today. I'm going to have to make you work a little bit for it. That's it. That's better. So remember when you go to connect him that your reins, when they make his neck a little bit shorter and he comes a little rounder, you have to adjust right away so then all of a sudden he's not coming up again, right? If you don't adjust your reins for the shape of his neck right when you get it, then you're going to work a little bit backwards instead of keeping him there easy. Good. That's right. And in the rhythm with your leg. Good. Change direction. Nice and tall, balanced shoulders. A little yielding off your right leg. And then start to shape them a little bit with the right rein, but catch the outside shoulder with the left rein. Turn your waist to the right. That's it. And use your legs so he doesn't get slower. Good, and a big circle in the corner there. Turn your waist, good. Outside support too. And then push on to the half halt, right? Think of the half halt to get him rounder on the left rein now. And the right rein gets a flexion. And if he drifts over the left, you have to support your leg a little bit more to the half halt. That's right. Support your leg a little more to it. Good, and straight ahead. Keep asking for that connection. Because when he gives it to you, he'll stay there for a little bit as long as you continue to support it. But when you soften a little too much to go straight, then he says, oh, she's not really telling me to stay there. Flex him. Good, and a circle in the next corner again. Now the trot's looking better, right? You feel better? Right leg, right flexion there. Make him look to the circle. And the outside leg and outside rein. Make the shoot and turn his left shoulder with the flexion. Good. Wiggle right a little bit more, supple a little bit, that he flexes a little more sometimes. Good. Even when you're straight, don't feel like you can't flex him to keep him here, okay? Because when you flex him to keep him there, he says, oh, okay, that's okay. Now right there, right leg, flex him, but don't let him turn. There. You see? You just got to be a little bit ahead of him, because when you're not thinking about it, that's when he starts to get a little bit against your connection with the rein. Good. And another circle. Keeping the energy, keeping the outside rein connection through the circle. Flex him a little bit with the timing of your inside leg. Good. Good. And half halt the outside rein to get him rounder. And then flex again to the right. And remember, every time you take with your reins, you're closing your leg to it, okay? You don't want to take without your leg saying, use your back and push from behind. Good. Change direction again. That's better. So with him, it's a little bit of a constant thing, you know? You're constantly saying, push from behind, and then I'm going to balance you and flex you a little bit and supple you. Good. Sit two for your diagonal. So sit two and change your diagonal. There you go. Now flex him a little left and make a circle left there. And push his rib cage a little bit out so he bends, and then turn him with the outside rein and make him a little rounder with the half halt of the outside rein. So you're not just turning the shoulder with that rein, you're also making him come together a little bit more and balance a little bit better. So one more time, smaller circle, half the rein. Shorten your reins a little bit more. So it becomes just your fingers doing it, not your whole arm. You squeeze, squeeze, wiggle, shape him left, half halt right. Yeah, get him to give, right? When you make that half halt, you got to feel like it gets the reaction that you want. One more circle, because he's still not quite there, right? See if you can push a little more with your leg, and then squeeze your fist so you catch him. When you push, he doesn't come up. You catch it before he does with your connection and your half halt. Wiggle left, left leg, a little stronger there. Now shorten your reins. Because when he comes down, all of a sudden your reins get long. You have to start doing too much with your arms to keep him there. There you go. That's better. Stay tall. Outside leg. Squeeze, squeeze. Yeah. So you have to feel when you need to have a little more outside leg, because what happens is you flex him, and sometimes his outside shoulder falls out a little too much, right? And then he falls out of balance again. And he uses his neck to help his balance. So a lot of the times when you're thinking about getting him to be more consistent, you have to think about how your leg needs to help his balance first. That's better. There you go. Now we're talking. A little more outside rein. Wiggle, wiggle. The outside connection is the round rein, right? The inside rein has to set him up for bending and flexing through the corners and through circles, and even, like I said, on a straight line, if you feel like he needs to supple because he's a little bit braced, when your leg is on so he doesn't turn, he can flex. Good. Okay. Colleen, walk in a little bit because we're going to start going over these poles.
Okay.
So
thank
now
you.
we're going to come onto our circle and go over our Cavaletti poles, okay? So you're going to think about looking on that for that circle line, and your legs, remember, are shoot, right? Your outside rein and outside leg also help them stay to the center of each rail on the ground. Looking up. Yeah, that was a really good effort. Really good. So your balance is important, right? You don't want to collapse onto his shoulders, especially when he has to make that big effort like that. Keep turning. Good. Center of each pole. Outside support. Good job. He could be a little bit rounder, right? See if you can get him a little rounder before you get there. So wiggle left leg a little stronger, like that. Try to keep this shape. And look. Turn your body a little more. Shoulders back. Outside support. Yeah, good catch. One more time. A little rounder here. Work on getting him to stretch and bend. Yes, with the legs supporting. Good. After you go over them this time, you're going to go and turn right, and then we're going to come back off the right. Whoop, it's okay. He fixed it. He just started to get a little bit too down that last step. So your shoulder balance has to help him stay a little bit up in his shoulders, right? Good. Now thinking about the connection and the flexion, the right leg bending him, and the outside leg keeping him on the circle line. Yep, outside rein, support, outside leg, but inside leg to keep him bending and flexion right. Yeah, good. Suppling in between. Good, turning your waist, your shoulders, staying relaxed with your breathing. Looking up. Good. Good. All right. One more time this side. Bend him a little bit there. Get him to stretch with the timing of your leg. That's it. Wiggle, wiggle. Make him. Yeah, that's it. Oh, he figured out. He squeezed one more step in, didn't he? Keeping your balance. Good. Like that. See, each time he goes over, in between he gets a little softer, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what you want to feel, like you can get that roundness easier. It's okay. He's just got to balance a little better coming in. He's got to think, oh, I got to lift my shoulders a little bit more now, right there. Make them rounder. Give me one more. And then we're going to take a little walk break. Looking up, look at your line. Feel your shoulder balance, that you're opening a little bit so his shoulders can lift. Yes, good, okay. Make them rounder and then walk. Make them rounder. Close your leg into the transition downward, okay? Trot again. Because when you take your leg off and you do a downward transition, just pulling on them, they hollow like that and they stop pushing from behind. You want to think, stay inside the Cavaletti. You want to get them off your right leg here and make them rounder. And when you think about doing a downward transition, you're riding him forward to the downward. Keep your leg around. Yeah, so he stays better balanced and more engaged, okay?
All right.
And that's how you're going to think of all your downward transitions. Give him a little break. Good.